Ever wondered how our brain forms memories? It all starts with a fascinating process called encoding. Imagine you're experiencing something, maybe it's a conversation, a smell, or a sound. Your brain takes this sensory information and transforms it into electrical signals. These signals then take a trip to a critical region of the brain known as the hippocampus. Now, the hippocampus is like the brain's librarian. It organizes and consolidates these signals, transforming them into something more durable, more lasting. Once these memories are neatly cataloged, the hippocampus sends them off to different parts of the brain, like the cerebral cortex, for long-term storage. It's a bit like a librarian carefully cataloging and shelving books in a vast library. So the next time you remember a conversation or a smell, thank your brain's inner librarian for storing it away. But even with such a sophisticated system, we still forget things. Why does that happen? Let's start with decay. Just like an old photograph, memories fade over time if they're not revisited or reinforced. You know the old saying, if you don't use it, you lose it. It applies to your memories too. Then, there's interference. Imagine you're in a library full of books. You've just finished a great novel and start a new one that has a very similar title. You might mix up the plot lines or characters, right? That's what happens in your brain when new information interferes with old memories. Next, we have retrieval failure. You know that frustrating moment when you're sure you know something, but you just can't recall it? That's like a book being misplaced on the wrong shelf in the library of your brain. Lastly, there's repression. This is when your brain unconsciously suppresses distressing or traumatic memories to protect you. So, forgetting is not just about memory loss, it's also about how well the librarian is doing his job. Now that we understand how memories form and why we forget, how can we remember more? Well, there are several strategies you can use. Firstly, frequent review is crucial. This is like giving your brain's librarian a nudge to revisit those books on the shelves, keeping them fresh and accessible. Secondly, organizing information can be a game changer. When you categorize or chunk information, you're essentially creating a map for your brain's librarian to follow, making it easier to retrieve memories when you need them. Thirdly, making connections between new and old information is a powerful tool. By linking new information to something you already know, you're creating a shortcut to that new memory, making it easier to recall later. So, remember, the key to remembering more is to keep revisiting your memories, organize your information, and make connections. So, take charge of your brain's library. Make your librarian work smarter, not harder, and you'll be amazed by how much more you can remember.